backstabbers in the back that you ever want to meet. Church folks are some of the worst people that you want to be around when you have a situation or a problem. It used to be, Mother Elliott, you can attest to it, when somebody came in with a problem or a situation, they knew how to call on the name of Jesus. You didn't come in and just admit that you were struggling and the people left you the same way. But they knew how to call on Jesus. Our generation has gotten away from prayer. We don't even know what prayer or intercessory are. We got so hooked to entertainment, we don't even know what it is to get on our knees. We some 5-minute pray folk that you ever met in your life. We try to do, we couldn't even hang with them. You call all night prayer, it's called all night nap. That's what it's called. Ain't nobody, and we wonder why we're still in the same place, doing the same thing. We ain't grown at all. We ain't mature at all. We can't believe God to heal a mosquito bite. We can't believe God to help yourself. And then when we hear the naysayers, we even believe what they say. But I refuse. I don't know about you, but I refuse to be in the same place and do the same thing. Oh, that's the definition of insanity. Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. You have to realize that my past is my past. Oh, that's all it is. It is a testimony. Do I have any witnesses in here? The only reason that I'm here today is because I have a testimony. Oh, God brought me out. Oh, there's a song that says, I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore, buried deeply, staying within, sinking to rise no more. But the Master, not Sister Johnny, not Sister Jones, but the Master of the sea. He heard my despairing cry, and from the waters He lifted me. Oh, I'm saved. You didn't save me. Oh, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me, and the world can take it away. Give God a good hand praise in here.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's all right, sir.
When you were born, no one cut your umbilical cord.
Well, come on.
The umbilical cord has and brings to the baby, to the fetus, nutrients and oxygen.
That's right.
And watch this. It also takes away waste.
That's right.
I don't know if y'all remember this, but we used to have dogs. Now, black folk, we didn't have house dogs.
Well, say it now.
We had outside dogs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Outside.
Yes, sir.
Now they'll put a dog in a purse. I'm not going to go there.
Well, that's okay.
It's the truth, the truth.
But as a puppy, what we would do is we would chain it to a tree.
See how we used to do?
We would chain that dog to a tree. And what that dog would do as he got older, he would walk a path. He would walk a path. He would walk a path around that tree. Because that was what he was connected to. See, but we never noticed that thing that he was connected to had control of everything that he did.
Say it. Come on now.
Had control of what he ate. Had control of his exercise. And catch this. Now, if you fed the dog, and usually it ended up being a mean dog because he was chained to a tree, that couldn't be a good life. And if you fed the dog like me, I was pretty scared of it, so I tiptoed the bucket, about right here, and say, Lord, have your way. If you get it, God bless you. If you don't, you're out of luck. But unfortunately, that's what a lot of us do. That's what a lot of us do. We are connected to things that are hindering us from getting what we need from God. We are connected to things that have polluted our destiny. We are connected to things that have destroyed us and exposed us as human beings. We're connected to things that are ugly, and now birds of a feather flock together, so now we're ugly. Have you noticed you always looking like the people that you connected to? You always looking like the people you connect. You even operate the same way. You got the people that you connected to saved in your phone. Yeah. You got the things that you're connected to. That's where your value system is. That's where your maturity level is. That's where your blessings are. And we don't understand that thing that I'm connected to. I only get blessed according to that thing that I'm connected to. Oh my God. And when we're connected to something, it controls my blessing. So now when you're connected to somebody that don't want you to be blessed as much as them, they'll kind of pull on your chain a little bit. When you think you're getting a little too too high-minded, they'll pull your chain a little bit and they'll limit your circle. But I can declare unto you tonight, I admonish you tonight, if you've been walking in a circle for so long, you've been doing the same thing for so long, I admonish you that tonight it is time to cut the cord. Somebody just do like this. Cut the cord. I have destiny all over my life, and it's time for me to cut the cord. I have deliverance in my hands. I've got deliverance in my feet, and it's time for me to cut the cord. If I don't cut the cord, my destiny will not be reached. If I don't cut the cord, I'll remain hungry. I got you. Tell your neighbor, cut the cord. Cut the cord. Cut the cord. Relationship. You got no business having. And you having sex and you ain't even married. Unmarried folk having more sex than married folk. Cut the cord.
You're preaching. That's it.
Jesus. If I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. I'm like this. There's a generation in church that's dying. And I'm tired of preachers lying to people and making them think that they're all right. But this afternoon, I'm not going to lie to you. If God is going to move you, you've got to do some moving yourself. If God's going to deliver you, you got to do something yourself. Give your neighbor a high five and say, cut the cord. Cut it. See, we don't like cutting cords because cutting cords hurts, especially when that cord has been attached for a while. Yeah, the cord has been attached for a minute. Yeah, and you notice. We come in with our cords connected, and we are trying to save an outside world. But there is no way we can touch anybody on the outside until God heals us on the inside. We are hurting, we are in pain, and we're bleeding. And until God heals us, we won't be able to impact the world. Cut the cord. word to you, y'all. No one took pity on you. Woo.
Yes, Lord.
Say it, son. Say it. Let's see if this happens.
Preach it, God.
You weren't washed with water.
Uh-oh.
And you weren't rubbed with salt. You weren't washed with water.
That's it.
You know, people don't cover you. They're not going to wash you
Well, there you go.
because they always want you to look worse than them.
There you go again.
That's it.
There you go
That's
again.
it.
So if I put the dirt out on you,
There you go again.
my dirt ain't so big.
That's it.
Y'all better hear
Make
me.
yourself look good.
If I let them know that you smoking weed,
Yeah.
my little sex problem don't seem so bad. It almost
Say,
seems,
come on. You better go and preach it over here. Say it in here. Say it.
you know.
Say it.
And the thing about it, is they didn't even rub you with salt.
See.
You didn't even know they didn't rub you with salt. Salt represents that thing that is going to last. It's used as a preservative.
That's right.
When fishermen used to fish, they didn't use a lot of ice.
That's right.
And ice would melt. So what they do is rub it with salt to preserve it. So what they saying is, I'm not going to protect you right now, and your future is going to be jacked up.
Come on.
Y'all didn't hear that, did you?
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Y'all didn't hear that, did you?
Your future is going to be jacked up.
Say it. Say
It's
it.
not going to have any value.
That's right.
Nobody's going to want you.
Say it now. Say it.
Woo.
That's all right.
Woo. No one took enough pity on you to do any of these things. When you were born, no one loved you. You were thrown into an open field. I admonish you tonight in your search to find love. In our search to find love, find connection, find friendship. We simultaneously try to look for our calling and our destiny in Jesus Christ for our life. But we needlessly expose ourselves to people that do not intend to invest upon us long term. After they get done using us and they are done with us, they leave us exposed.
That's right.
And we continue. And they don't care that you're exposed. They don't care how you're going to be put back together. And the thing about it is we come in here exposed. And we try to put a band-aid on that exposure. But when the same person comes around again, because it is comfortable, because we've done it before, because it is human nature that we not be alone, we allow them to violate us again. We allow them to violate us and to come into our lives again. We are scarred. We are a scarred people. We are a hurt people. And we don't even know how to get in contact with God because we are so hurt. God, give me some strength right here. And all we accentuate is hurt. That's why the church is full of hurt folk. And that's all we do is hurt people. Because that's all we know is hurt.
Right. Come on now. That's right. That's right.
That's all we know is hurt. That's all we know is pain. That's all we know is suffering. That's all we know. And we thought when we were saved, when we received the Holy Ghost, this was the end of it. We thought that everything was going to be peaches and cream. But you didn't realize that the attack of the enemy was on your life the more so. You didn't know that the enemy was going to fight you even more. Now you are hurt, exposed, open, exposed, hurting. Oh, you're bleeding out there. You're bleeding. Oh, do I have a witness to somebody that's ever bled? Do I have a witness to somebody that's ever been hurt? Somebody ever been betrayed? Yeah, you're hurting out there. Have you ever seen roadkill? Have you ever seen a deer that's been hit by a car? And after that deer is hit by a car, it might not be dead, but it's not nothing pretty to look at. And everything and everybody just passes it. And we're like that deer that's been hit. And we're just squirming. We're just squirming in our own blood.